Hello everyone. I am posting this video after a long time. Everyone, including myself, were busy in attending online webinars on COVID and starting again our dental practices. Now, even in this current lockdown, most of us have got our two vaccinations and all are working cautiously but with some more confidence due to vaccination. For better visualization of this slide, I recommend to see it on a laptop rather than mobiles. Today's topic, which I have selected, is artifact, blemishes, and faults in intraoral radiography. It may be a faulty technique of capturing a radiograph, or may be faulty processing or storage. Because of all above, the radiograph gives wrong information or may be unreadable. Those of you using RVGs will not encounter processing errors, but technique errors are present. I will be showing all for you and for your better understanding. We will start with light radiographs. We can broadly divide them into two categories: A. Technique errors and B. Processing errors. In technique errors, underexposure may be due to insufficient milliamperage, insufficient kVp, and insufficient time. Another reason is reverse exposure. And now, while processing, it can be underdevelopment, depleted developer, contaminated developer, and excessive fixation. If you see this slide, it has got a low diagnostic value as periapical details can't be assessed properly. PDL space is also not clearly seen. Now, in this slide, the light radiograph is due to reverse exposure, means the film was exposed from the tap side. Now, in such cases, X-ray have to pass through lead foil, which is on the back side of the film, and so the beam becomes attenuated, giving a light radiograph. The indentations or so-called tire track appearance is marked by black arrows in this film. It is also captured on the film. This type of design is seen on Kodak films, so tire track appearance is Kodak specific. Reverse exposure in Agfa films show this type of dotted appearance as marked by blue arrows. So basically both are reverse exposure. Now in this slide you will appreciate how dark photograph can affect the quality of the image. Same beautiful flowers are not even properly visible in this dark image. Same is true for dark radiograph. Now, as against light radiograph, dark radiographs are also seen and can be divided into two categories. A is overexposure, B is processing error. In overexposure, excess milliamperage, excess kilovoltage peak, and excess time can lead to overexposure. Similarly, short target to film distance is another reason why you get dark radiograph. Now, in processing errors, overdevelopment, concentrated developer, inadequate fixation, accidental exposure to light, and improper safe lighting are the reasons. Dark radiograph also loses its diagnostic value. Now, next is contrast. Difference between adjacent densities within radiographic image is called as contrast. Means if difference between enamel and dentine is clearly seen, it is called as a good contrast. Factors that affect radiographic contrast include scatter radiation, which will decrease contrast, but proper collimation counters this effect. Higher the KVP, lower the contrast, and higher the MA, higher is the contrast. A radiograph that demonstrates large difference in density between adjacent structure is called as a short scale contrast and is good, and less difference between densities is long scale contrast and it is not good in radiographs. Film fog will also reduce the contrast. Fogging of the film refers to darkening of image by source other than radiation of the primary beam. It includes improper safe lighting, light leakage, contaminated solutions, or damaged films. One of the reasons of film fog is due to light leak. You can see light leak from corner of the film shown by black arrows. Next is called as a coin test or a penny test. Anyone can do coin test in his dark room to check for light leaks. In the dark room, open IOPA film and keep it a coin over this film. Keep it under safe light for the time needed to develop a full hanger. After that, develop the film normally. In this film, I have kept a coin on an already exposed film for better visualization. If you see a coin image as seen in this film, it means that there is a light leak from somewhere in dark room, or red filter light which is too strong. Now, sometimes you will see a dark spots on radiograph which obliterate visualization of the image. In this radiograph, a black blotch is seen which is due to a developer drop falling on the film during unwrapping, and then the film is developed normally. So, this dark part is doubly developed. Next is called as fingerprint contamination, which is an appearance as seen shown by arrow is due to finger contaminated with developer during loading of the film on hangers, and that's why ridges on the finger carries developer, and like dark spots get doubly developed. Sometimes you get an image which show a straight line shown by blue arrows. Here you may think of attrition of central incisors, but here the real reason is the film after developing separately comes in contact and overlap in fixer. So the area below blue arrows only comes in contact with developer but not fixer, so turns dark. You have to repeat such radiographs. Now in this radiograph, two or three rounded black lines are seen due to bending of the film, and it is typically due to bending of film, especially in the maxillary premolar area. It should not be confused for fracture as their margins are smooth and regular unlike fracture line. Similar curved radiolucent line is seen here, which is due to pressure put on the film by finger in a particular area. It is called as a nail mark, as it looks like a nail curvature, but it has nothing to do with nail. Sometimes in colder climate, you will get this type of dark lines which looks like a lightning streak, only it is black in color. This is due to static electricity discharge, and it is usually seen in very cold climates. And if the radiograph's envelope is peeled off with force and pressure. These type of black lines are seen due to dirty rollers in automatic film processors and are called as roller marks. Now here, the radiolucent band seen at the cervical area of the teeth is called as a cervical burnout, and it is shown by black arrows. Now the radiolucent band shown by a black arrow are formed due to following reasons. The root part marked by yellow line is made of dentine plus bone, and crown part marked by red line is made of enamel and dentine. So between these two more radio opaque combinations, the cervical area, which is only dentine, appears more radiolucent. It should not be mistaken for cervical caries or erosion cavities and should be clinically confirmed. Sometimes a slightly opaque rounded shadow is seen as marked by black arrow. This is due to the air bubble on surface of the film. When you dip the film in developer, this air bubble doesn't allow developer to come in contact with the film, and later this undeveloped portion under the air bubble comes in contact with fixer and gives a light shadow, which sometimes is mistaken for pulp stone or enamel pearl. Here you can also see a shadow of nose ring which should have been removed before taking the radiograph. To avoid such air bubble, you should stir the film in developer to dissipate the air bubble stuck on the surface. Another thing you must avoid is scratches on the film. It is usually caused in developer when one hanger on the film comes in contact with other hanger clip while putting in developer or with the side of the tank. These scratches sometimes overlap the canals, giving an appearance of retrograde filling as seen here. But this usually happens in the developer because developer makes the film soft and soggy. Now here, a small scratch shown by yellow arrow looks like a broken root canal instrument. Easy way to differentiate is to hold the film in an oblique light. You can easily see scratching of the emulsion, or you can repeat the radiograph. Two films showing artifacts in same position is statistically impossible. Many times, this type of black and white spots are seen due to contaminated solutions or improper washing of the film. In such cases, you have to change the processing solution and repeat such radiographs. Next common mistake is blurred radiograph, and is usually due to the following four reasons. First, movement of the film while exposure, movement of the patient while exposure, movement of the tube while exposure, or double exposure. Now this film shows a double exposure and usually happens in a busy practice or a dental college. Here a single film is exposed twice and then developed normally. Film A was exposed twice. First time in an anterior area and then same film exposed in posterior area or vice versa. Here, incisors and molars are in one film. On film B, a radiograph was taken but buzzer didn't sound. So operator pressed exposure switch once more and in the meantime film was shifted by the patient in same area. So you can see split images on the film. Now this appearance everybody knows and must have created sometime in their lifetime. This is called as a cone cut shown by a blue arrow. This is probably due to improper alignment of the cone while taking radiograph. This is due to round collimator and a portion which is not exposed due to collimator looks white. If the tooth you want to capture is clearly seen, you need not repeat the radiograph because otherwise image gets nicely captured. This appearance is called as a cracked emulsion. This happens when there is a large temperature difference between developer and fixer, where emulsion is cracked after first dipping in a hot developer and then in cold fixer. It usually happens in time temperature method and is called as reticulation. It can also happen due to storage at high temperature or also due to repeated projection of film on a slide projector if film is directly used on a film mount. Two more artifacts are very common and usually asked reasons of it in exams in the colleges. A. It is called as a totally black or dark radiograph. Film exposed to light is the one reason. Film in developer for a long time or very hot developer or film exposed to excess radiation. Then the next is totally blank film, BLANK, totally blank film. It is due to non-exposure but development of the film. Second reason is film placed in fixer first, and third reason, film in fixer for a very long time. On the last slide, you see the heading. I have put a lot of question marks. What is this? I will wait for a minute for you to think over. This appearance on top of lower incisor is a phalanx or a finger. Instead of pressing the film from back, someone is holding the film by two fingers in patient's mouth. So the finger which comes between the X-ray and film are seen on the radiograph. Jokingly, it is called as phalangioma. I expect less of this type of slides in your exams and clinics for better diagnosis. This video I am presenting after a very long time or a long gap. I am aware that most of the new practitioners are using RVG, so this information is outdated for them. But in colleges and many small places, this technique is still used. Nowadays, recent textbooks also don't have a chapter on this topic, so I thought I will elaborate for the people who are using this technique. Please subscribe to my channel, which is absolutely free. You can see all previous presentations on YouTube or my website www.drrajivgadgil.com. Stay safe and stay fit and healthy.